overnight training. The CEO of the Nasdaq announced that he is stepping down and the CPO will be taking over and the administration. And futures overnight trading for the last 6 years dropped 20% overnight. No wonder we put it in the
Donna? Phoenix is the Cactus City. Oh, we're ready. All right. I'm being pointed at. That means that we're live here at the 15th annual Sin City Classic presented by Lexus. I'm Roman Jimenez with the Cloud Sports Network team broadcasting from the Ken Scarce Memorial Studios here at Arroyo Grande Softball Complex in Henderson, Nevada. Just a stone's throw away from what I believe is the I-215 and a Shell gas station. Nothing but the best for our viewers here as we are in D1 division play, and that will be what we are showing today. With the play-by-play of this particular game is the venerable Hall of Famer, a two-time Hall of Famer from Softball Austin and the Naga Gay Softball World Series, or just Naga Softball Hall of Fame. My broadcast partner for the day, Rich Siegel. Good morning, Rich.
Good morning, Roman. We are, as you said, in Henderson where it's 46 degrees. Unfortunately, today we have no wind. So that's a good thing. You know, we have the wind to deal with on Friday and Saturday, but we have more sunshine today, so that's going to make it a lovelier day versus the overcast we had yesterday. And as you said, too, our first game this morning here on the Cloud Sports Network from the Mid-Atlantic, the Norfolk GUNNERZ, and from Phoenix, Arizona, the GAYMIGOS, and our home plate umpire, Craig Harsha, about to call the teams out there. He's giving them a chance to mark because the game previous to the one that we're about to show you ended early, and so they're going to try to keep things moving along today since this is the last day of the three-day weekend.
Take those early starts when you can get them when you're running a tournament, because at some point things will get off kilter, and you want to keep everything running along. And as we await the coin flip to find out which team is going to be home and away, Rich is going to give you our lineups.
For the GUNNERZ out of Norfolk, leading off and playing right center field will be Ron Frank. He on the Naga board. Joseph Bergen will bat second and play left center. Batting third will be Luis Ortega. He is at third base. Cody Brown is in left field. He is cleaning up. Randy Simmons is batting fifth and playing shortstop. Andrew Bowman will toe the rubber today. He'll be in the circle. He wears number 20, and he is the pitcher. Ronnie Burnham is in right field. He will bat seventh. John Rabb at first base, followed by Mark Herb at second base, and Richard Chambers, the catcher. Their sub today is Danny Webb. For Phoenix, they will bat 11. They have no subs on their roster today. Gucci Ibarra will lead off and play second. Gino Meza is in right field batting second. Ryan Colson will be at first base and hit third. In the cleanup spot and playing left field will be Don Benavente. Tony Barrera will bat sixth, and he will be at third base. Don's brother David Benavente will be in right center. And now co-playing umpire Craig Harsh is calling the coaches out. Cesar Sedano will be in left center. Kyle Irwin, the catcher. Jose Villarreal at shortstop. Daniel Hatfield in left. And their extra hitter today will be Javier Torres.
Our umpire for the game is Naga Softball Hall of Famer and AFCSL San Diego Hall of Famer Craig Harsha. He'll have the balls and strikes and outs as he is about ready to, he's doing the manager's meeting at the plate, and he'll do a coin flip to determine which team is home and away. Right before each broadcast, we give each team the opportunity to share with us a few shout-outs that they'd like to give. We got a couple from each team, and we'll give those to you as those players come up to the plate or as they do something fabulous out in the field and give us an opportunity to mention their names. But one of the players is sitting in the bench today, may not play, so we're going to get that shout-out in right away. His name is Brian. He's on the Norfolk GUNNERZ, and he wanted to say hi to Judy and Steve because it's Judy's birthday.
Happy birthday, Judy.
And the rest of them will get in kind of as we go along. This game is sponsored by Tito's, which is a fabulous addition to any vodka cocktail that you can imagine,
yes.
or just over ice after a long day.
Gummy bears.
And Jello shots. Well, Tito's is a little bit rich for Jello. I mean, not rich. It's quite an affordable alcohol for the quality that it is. That's for sure. But I don't know that it's a Jello shot mixer.
Okay.
I would say not. But we might have soaked some gummy bears in some alcohol.
A delicious blend of
Tito's and
Tito's.
gummy bears last night. It turns out that if you take a couple of ounces of Tito's handmade vodka and you douse some gummy bears in them overnight, the effects of them the next day is quite lovely.
They have a chance to marinate, soak in all that flavor.
As you would marinate a bear. Every bear needs to be marinated in Tito's handmade vodka.
The meeting's still going on at home plate. 300 feet down the right field line, the left field line, and the straightaway center field.
Each batter will step into the batter's box with what's called a 1-and-1 count. You're familiar in the baseball parlance, or if you've ever played softball, you get 3 strikes and you're out, 4 balls and a walk. So when you step into the batter's box here, you've already got a count on you. 1 ball and 1 strike, so we call it a 1-and-1 count when you enter the box. We also have in this particular tournament, each tournament can work this somewhat differently. Some tournaments will have a foul to give, which means that if you have 2 strikes on you and you hit a foul ball, you get another life. It's a foul to give, provided no one caught that foul ball. However, here at the Sin City Classic, Rich, there's no foul to give.
No, keeps the game moving.
Explain to us then the consequences if you have a second strike on you and you hit a foul ball down the first baseline.
You're out.
Right, that's your third strike.
That's your third strike, and your at-bat is over, and you go back to the bench and say, I'll do better the next time.
So the Norfolk Gunners have won the toss. They will be the home team, which means the GAYMIGOS will take the field, will come up first and try to score some runs. Joining us as part of the Cloud Sports Network team is Tyler Forrester. He's on cameras and instant replay and graphics, and our technology officer making sure everything talks to each other is Mitchell Barnes. And we have 2 additional staff members here today who are helping us all weekend long. They have been most impressive. They are Jordan Espiritu and Charles Brown. We are ever so grateful for their work today.
Say hi to the folks.
He's waving. So again, the Norfolk Gunners will be the home team, and the GAYMIGOS from Phoenix, the Cactus City Softball League, will be the visiting team as we head into the top of the first.
You know, the infield looks a little smoother here than it did when we were at the other fields on Friday and Saturday, so there may not be as many bad hops today. Let's hope for a good game. On the mound for Norfolk is Andrew Bowman, the Norfolk Gunners pitcher. His battery mate is the catcher Richard Chambers. And everybody reasonably dressed appropriately for this chill that we have this morning. Again, we start at 46 degrees, but don't a wind chill at all because of the fact that there thankfully is no wind to make it feel colder. Gucci Ibarra, Gino Meza, and Ryan Colson will be the first 3 batters here in the top of the first, and our game is just about to get started. Plate umpire Craig Harsha says one more pitcher toss and warm up. And that's that. We're ready to start.
It's a standard USA softball strike zone, so basically kneecaps to shoulders. Pitch must be between 6 to 12 feet, and it must cross home plate. Cannot land on it.
And the first pitch of the ball game is outside for a ball. Swing and a miss. Ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Pulled the string on him.
Outfield pretty much straight away for this batter, and he swings and hits one to the second baseman. And the putout is made, making the leaping catch is Luis Ortega, and that's our first out here. Or rather, that's Mark Hirb at second base, and that is the first out here in the ball game. Here's Gino Meza, bats left-handed. A right-handed pitching. Bowman throws a pitch outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Meza waits, and he takes a strike called from the inside corner, 2-2.
Yeah, that was right there. Beautiful pitch.
We are directly behind home plate today, have a great vantage point. There's a hit in the right center field for Meza. He's a 1-out base runner here in the top of the first, and that'll bring up Ryan Colson, the first baseman.
The pitcher for, that's Andrew Bowman, the pitcher for the Norfolk Gunners, has an interesting delivery style. You'll see.
Colson takes a ball. And of course the pitcher does have the face mask on today. Can never be too careful when you're in the circle. That pitch is outside, ball 3, 3-1.
I have not seen that kind of style before.
And that sails outside, and it's the first walk of the game. Colson takes first. Meza goes to second. We have runners at first and second and 1 out for Don Benavente, the left fielder. And Benavente takes the ball. That's 4 straight pitches that haven't hit the strike zone. Maybe this one will. Let's see. And no, it doesn't. It's 3 balls and a strike. Another one would load him up. And here's the 3-1 delivery. There's the strike on the outside part of the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Benavente waits for Bowman's pitch. He swung on, and a pop-up on the infield. An infield fly rule is called. The shortstop makes the catch. That's Randy Simmons, and that is out number 2. And we'll bring up Tony Barrera, the third baseman. That's from the right side. Colorful uniforms for the GAYMIGOS. Looking at some yellow, some red, lots of stars on the uniform.
I was just going to say, it kind of looks like a starburst.
Yeah. And here's the next pitch by Bowman. And that pitch is a ball. Two pitch. Strike called. And we're again at a full count of 3-2 with 2 out and 2 on. And the next delivery. Swung on and hit in the hole into left field for a hit. Meza comes around third. He'll score. Colson on his way to third, and pulling up at second base with an RBI double is Tony Barrera.
Good piece of hitting there. Kind of pulled that ball. I think that caught a little more of the plate than Bowman had wanted.
Second and third with 2 out, and here's David Benavente. And he hits a chopper to the third baseman, gets beyond him and on into left field for a hit. 2 runs are going to come across the plate as Colson and Barrera score, and it's 3-0.
Sort of a seeing eye single there that skidded under the gloves of both the third baseman and the shortstop. Shortstop was able to slow it down, but that ball was ticketed for the outfield.
Cesar Cedana will bat with a runner at first. 3 runs in the inning. And the first pitch to Cedano. He lifts one in the air to center field. Outfielders conversion it, but will fall for a hit. Right center fielder falls down, but they do get the ball back in. Benavente takes third, and Cedano was on with a 2-out single. First and third for the catcher, Kyle Irwin.
So they went from 2 outs and 2 on, just a strike away, to now a 3-run inning.
And Kyle Irwin takes the ball. Next one. is a strike called. That caught the outside corner of the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. David Benavente at third. Cesar Sedano at first. The 2-2 pitch. Going to the opposite field to the second baseman and on into right field for a hit. Benavente scores. Sedano to third. He'll hold there. The ball gets by the cutoff man, and they'll throw into second base, and the runner is out. They will get 1, and the inning will end on the put out right field to pitcher to second base. 4 runs in the inning. It's 4-0 GAYMIGOS after a half.
Now that we have a break in the action, I want to tell you about my friend Bridget at Angel Babies Surrogacy and Egg Donation. They've signed on to help us bring you this coverage because they're an international agency that's proudly helped queer folks build their families all over the world for 20 years. So if you're gay and ready to add to your family, then you're going to need an egg donor and a surrogate. Well, Bridget and her team at Angel Babies have high-quality, affordable egg donors and surrogates ready to help. And believe me, you want Bridget on your team. She's amazing, and her success rates are outstanding. So wherever you are in the United States, know that she won't quit until you've achieved your dream. To get Bridget on your team, head over to absuro.com. That's ABSURRO, absuro.com, and get in touch with my friend Bridget today. She has high quality, affordable egg donors and surrogates ready to help you. As Rich was saying, 4 runs came in that inning. Because the tag play at second happened before the runner came in from third to cross the plate, that run did not count. But the damage was done. All 4 of those runs came in on 2-out hitting, Rich.
That's correct. Solid clutch hitting. And so the early lead for the Phoenix GAYMIGOS 4-0. Ron Frank, Joseph Bergen, Luis Ortega, the top 3 in the Norfolk GUNNERZ lineup. Will bat here in the top of the first, and the first pitch hits the plate for.
And again, when a ball hits a plate in USA softball, that is a ball.
Ron Frank swings and hits one foul.
Got a good look at from our third base camera there as the ball came close to introducing itself to it.
The count 2-2 on the leadoff batter, Ron Frank. And that ball hit the plate. It's 3-2. Ron Frank swings and hits one into left center field, coming in to make the catch. Nice catch made out there by the left center fielder, and that's Cesar Sedano, and that's the first out.
Ron had a shout out to his fellow Naga board members, Tanya Huckabee-Vaughn and Sam Lehman, John DeFee, Mark Sakalaris.
That'll bring up Joe Bergen, and the first pitch to him is a ball. Oh, it's a strike called. Daniel Hatfield moving the outfield around. And there's a line drive past the second baseman in the right center field for a base hit. That's the first hit of the game. He's headed to second base, and he'll get in there easy. It'll be a double for Joe Bergen. So he is a 1-out base runner, and here is Luis Ortega, the third baseman. The first pitch to Ortega. This one in the air to right center field. That ball will get down and will go all the way just shy of the fence. It's picked up by the right fielder. Here is Bergen coming around third. He'll score. They'll throw to third base. It'll be a triple for Luis Ortega, and it is 4-1. He put it right between right center and right, and had an easy gallop to third base where he is positioned with 1 out and 1 run in for Cody Brown, the left fielder. Bats from the right side. And the first pitch to Brown is illegal, ball 2. And that pitch is a ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Irwin waits with a runner in scoring position, and that pitch is outside. The count was 3-2 or 3-1 at the time, and that is ball 4. First and third for Randy Simmons, the shortstop for Norfolk. He's a tying run right now, and he hits one in the air down the third base line and foul. A ball and 2 strikes.
Rich, I think they're hunting for our camera over there. It's the second time. There's not a prize, you know. If you hit the camera, it's not like you get a free steak dinner.
No, but you may get a bill.
From Chase Bank.
Bowman's pitch hit to third. Takes a hop and goes into left field for a hit. Ortega will score. Brown to third. They'll hold him there, and on into second base goes Simmons.
So now the tying run just 140 feet away. And that's a pretty good way to answer here in the bottom of the first inning.
And the pitcher, Andrew Bowman, will be the batter. And the first pitch to him. Hit to second base, into right field for a hit. That will plate the tying run as 2 runs score, and we're tied at 4 as both Brown and Simmons cross the plate.
So Bowman helping his cause there by bringing in the 2-run RBI single.
Ronnie Burnham, the batter, and he looks to keep the inning going. He takes a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
I guess that's a bit redundant, right? The 2-run RBI?
No.
Because a 2-run single, that makes sense, but a 2-run RBI single?
2 RBI single.
Right,
Line drive
yeah,
up the middle and on into the center field for a hit. Bowman will hold second. It's first and second, still just the 1 out, and that was the leadoff batter, so they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive hits.
You won't get these kinds of grammatical conversations on ESPN. I'm just letting you know.
John Babb, the batter. He's the coach of this team. And the first pitch to him is a strike called. And the next delivery sails outside. Ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, that's Kyle Irwin wearing number 8 on the mound. Next pitch. Hit on the ground to the first baseman. Takes a bad hop and goes down the right field line into foul territory. A run will score, and the other runner goes to third. It'll be first and third, and that's the 5th run of the inning as Andrew Bowman crosses home plate. It's 5-4, Norfolk. Mark Herb, the batter, second baseman. His pitch is hit to right field. Solid single to right. Will plate another run as Burnham scores. On the play, Babb holds second base. And we're first and second with 1 out. And the score is now 6-4 for Norfolk. Last batter in their batting order is Richard Chambers. First and second. Here's the first pitch to Chambers. Going after it and swings and misses. Chambers is their catcher. Pitch is slowly hit. The pitcher fields it and runs to the bag himself to get the sure out. That is 1 unassisted for Chambers, and we come back to the top of the order for Ron Frank, who led off this game. He hit a fly ball to left center. So he bats with runners at second and third and 2 out. and his team ahead 6-4.
We have a good one going. Ron Frank takes the ball outside. 2 balls and a strike. Frank swings and hits one foul just down the third base line. 2-2. And here is the 2-2 offering. That sells outside, ball 3, 3-2. Babb at third, Curb at second. And the next one is hit to the shortstop. 1-3 hops over to first. First baseman drops the ball. That will score another run. So 2 runs come across as Babb and Curb score. And on the play, Ron Frank to second, and he's safe.
Quite a turn of events here. Right when GAYMIGOS looked like they were pretty much out of the woods. Couple of tricky hops and a tough throw. And now the score is lopsided. What was once trailing by 4 is now leading by 4.
Joe Bergen hit a double and scored a run. Here's a strike called. A ball and 2 strikes. And the next one goes behind him. So it's 2-2. The Phoenix GAYMIGOS and the Norfolk GUNNERZ here are our first game from the D division. There's a line drive into right field for a hit. Ron Frank on his horse comes around third. The ball bobbled in the outfield, and that'll allow Bergen to get to second base.
My fault.
Luis Ortega in this inning hit a triple, and he scored a run. He drove in a run as well. Opening pitch hit him, lifted into right field, and it falls in for a hit. That'll allow Bergen to easily trot home from second base, and Ortega motors into third with his second triple inning, and he's actually going to try to score. There's a throw, not in time.
Clearly Norfolk brought their fans with them from the East Coast, as you can hear them. We have watching us online a good friend of Rich and myself, Ken Tedford, says to say hello to our umpire on the field, Craig Harsha. So we'll make sure to
We will definitely do that,
give that
Ken.
shout out to you here in a minute,
When
Ken.
this F inning is over, Ken, I promise you we will let him know that you said hello. But first we've got Cody Brown to bat. It's 10-0 for Norfolk, or 10-4 for Norfolk. They surrendered 4 in the top of the first, but have come back strong here in the bottom of the first to take the 10-4 lead. And here is a pitch for a ball.
Rich, I think I'm counting 11.
11. You got 11. 11-4. I didn't fill in a diamond. So here's a walk for Brown. The inning continues with 2 out. Randy Simmons, the shortstop, singled and scored earlier this inning. Thanks for that. And the first pitch to Simmons is a ball.
So who do you have, Facebook? If you're rooting for the GUNNERZ, let us know. If you're rooting for the GAYMIGOS, let us know.
And that pitch, deep, 3-1. And the next one is hit in the air down the third base line into foul territory, and the catch is made, and the inning is over. 11 runs score in the bottom of the first for Norfolk. We go to the top of the second. It is 11-4, the Gunners over the GAYMIGOS here on the Cloud Sports Network.
Joe Bergen had a shout out to Linda, the one and only, as Joe has scored twice in this inning, the first run and then the 10th run. And another shout out, John Bagg, number 1, to Emily Sussums. Hi, Emily. John scored the 7th run in the inning. And now's a good time as any to pass along our message to our home plate umpire from Ken Tedford, north of the border, said to say hello to Craig. Craig says, hi, Ken, back. As he does the recording of the scores, it's 11-4 here in the top of the second. Apologies to the GAYMIGOS of Phoenix. When I first read the bracket, I thought that there was an N in there, so that's what we had posted on our graphic. But the eagle eye of Rich Siegel watching the coverage, don't know what he was doing when he was watching the coverage, but when he was watching the coverage, he noticed.
Watching the coverage. Jose Villarreal takes the first pitch for a ball, and that pitch was called strike. So it's 2-2. Bouncing ball over the pitcher's glove, and it'll bounce off to his right, and Villarreal is on with a leadoff hit here in the top of the second.
Jose has a shout out to all of our haters and to the Cactus City Softball League.
There you go. All of our haters.
All of our haters. And to the CCSL and to his family and especially to his sister. Hi, sis.
Danielle Hatfield takes a ball. She's the catcher for this team. She takes the next one, and it is a strike call. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
To all of our haters. That's fantastic.
The 2-2 pitch popped up on the infield. First baseman comes over and makes the catch. That's John Babb, and that is the first out here in the top of the second. Javier Torres, the batter, and then we'll go back to the top of the order. Torres, their extra hitter today.
Hello.
The first pitch to Javier Torres. Lifted in the air to shortstop, and the catch is made. That's out number 2. As Randy Simmons makes the put out. And now the batter will be Gucci Ibarra, who popped to the second baseman in the first inning.
Gucci has a shout out to my daddy and teammate.
Gucci hits a weak foul ball, goes to the right of the plate, strike 2.
I'm assuming those are the same person.
I'll go with it. Gooch hits one in the air to left center field, drawing the beat on it, and making the catch out in left center field is Ron Frank. And so that is the inning. 1 hit and 1 left. It's 11-4 Norfolk after an inning and a half.
No runs across, and as we were mentioning umpires, it's a good time to mention that yesterday we received some pretty sad news in the umpire family. As many of our viewers know, I'm a USA Tournament certified umpire, and had a sad moment yesterday as one of the great umpires in our umpire family, Carla Cash, passed away rather suddenly. Certainly miss Carla. She would have been here under normal circumstances, wasn't able to make this trip anyway, but we've seen her at many an event. I believe I've been called out on strikes by Carla more than a few times, and she's a great umpire. She was a great lady and a great part of our umpire family. Carla, you are missed.
Leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second will be Andrew Bowman, who drives one into left field. Coming on, ball drops in front, so Andrew Bowman is a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the second with a single. You know, as you were talking about Carla, you saw Craig, heard you talking about Carla, and in respect took his hat off.
Yeah, that's the kind of respect that she commands, for sure.
Ronnie Burnham, the batter, the right fielder, singled and scored in the bottom of the first. The first pitch to him is a ball.
Carla from the Dallas area. All of Texas.
And that pitch is a ball.
All of Texas and indeed all of the softball world feeling that today.
And that pitch is on the outside part of the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the next pitch, lifted in the air to center field. Left center fielder giving chase. And makes a wonderful catch.
Here comes
Running
the
to
double
his
play.
right. They're going to try to double off the runner. He's out.
Wow! I thought for sure that ball was ticketed to hit the fence when it was off the bat, but the left center fielder did an amazing job of coming over all the way to close the gap. The gap is closed,
says Cesar Sedano, and then he made a nice relay throw to second baseman Gucci Ibarra, who tossed over to first base, and they double off Andrew Bowman, and so quickly 2 out. That's the best play I've seen so far here this weekend.
Fantastic. And he made that throw on the run to the cutoff player because he was still getting his balance after making the catch.
I mean, Andrew Bowman was running all the way. He was at second base when the catch was made. Meanwhile, John Babb hits a pop-up to second base. Ibarra makes the catch, and that's the inning. No runs, a hit, and no one left. We go to the top of the third. It's still 11 for the Norfolk Gunners.
And while we're on the topic of some heavy losses here, this is a good time to mention that we are broadcasting from the Ken Scarce Memorial Broadcast Center. Ken Scarce was the tournament director for the Sin City Classic for a number of years. He was also a good friend to both Rich and myself, and he leaves behind his partner of many years, who we had an occasion to broadcast one of their games yesterday.
Yes, we did, and the LA Cartel, they took it, I can't remember who they played yesterday, they took it to them.
They did,
They were very
absolutely.
strong yesterday, and Ken, we miss Ken immensely. Gino Meza leading off here in the top of the third. He singled and scored in his first at-bat.
Gino has a shout out to his husband, Paul. Hi, Paul. Hope you're watching.
And there's a strike called. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The next delivery. Popped up on the infield and foul. And that will be a strikeout, as I believe that's the third out, or the third strike. And it is, and so that's out number 1 in the top of the third for Ryan Colson, who walked and scored in that 4-run first inning.
Ryan also has a shout out to Izzy, my dog, who's back home watching. Now, I don't know if Izzy and my dog are the same person or not, or if Izzy's a person and then there's this dog. Not really sure.
Let's try to find that out. Meanwhile, he hits one deep to left center
did he
field.
ever?
Or to left field, rather, and the catch is made out there by Cody Bryson, and that is out number 2. And we'll bring up Don Benavente, who popped to the shortstop in the first inning.
Oh, so we are told that Izzy is the dog, and Izzy has her own Instagram.
Really?
So Izzy's Instagram famous. On the gram, Izzy.
Benavente swings and hits a looping fly ball into left field for a base hit. So
Our
a 2-out base.
enthusiastic fans here.
There's a 2-out base runner for Tony Barrera, especially Jordan. Leading the cheers from the broadcast center. He's all about it. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. And that pitch is a strike. Count is 2-2. We're at play here in the top of the third inning here. Phoenix GAYMIGOS batting and trailing 11-4. Here's a one-hopper to the shortstop. Flips to second, and they get the force out. The play was made. Simmons to the second baseman, Mark Hirb, and the inning is over. A hit and one left. We go to the bottom of the third. Our score is still the Norfolk GUNNERZ 11 and the Phoenix GAYMIGOS 4 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
How many wigs does he have on?
Rich, coming up Easter weekend, April 15th to 17th in Richmond, Virginia, Naga presents the Naga Cup, an invitational tournament for the best of the best in the A and B division tournament play. Check them out on Facebook at 2022 Naga Cup. Then, later in the year, y'all come to Dallas for the Gay Softball World Series, you hear? It's August 29th through September 3rd, and more than 200 teams are expected from all across the U.S. and Canada. Visit nagasoftball.org for more details and check out the host city's Facebook page at 2022 Dallas Gay Softball World Series.
First pitch of the bottom of the third is lined into left field by Mark Hirb for a base hit. Herb is now 2 for 2, and that'll bring up Richard Chambers. He grounded out to the pitcher, who raced the first base to make the putout himself in the first inning.
We had an opportunity to visit with Ryan Holthusen yesterday, who is on the Dallas Host City Committee for the Gay Softball World Series.
Here's a pop-up into shallow left center field, and coming on to make the catch.
I think that
Yes,
if I were the Norfolk GUNNERZ, I might stop trying to pick on left center field.
He's made some good plays in this game. One in the previous inning resulted in a double play from the outfield. Ron Frank, the batter, fly out to left center field and reached. First pitch to Ron is a ball.
Easier said than done, don't get me wrong.
Right.
It's not like I can put the ball anywhere I want it. God knows.
There's a ground ball right past the third base, or right down the third base line, but foul.
But in that visit with Ryan yesterday, we learned some news about the host hotels and the Hilton Anatole there in Dallas. We learned about some fundraising opportunities and some volunteer opportunities. It was awful great of Ryan to stop by and share with us all that's coming up.
There's a ground ball up the middle and through on into center field for a base hit. So Ron Frank reaches for the second time in this game. We have runners at first and second with one out for Joe Bergen, who singled and scored again in that 11-run first inning. He bats left-handed, and so catcher Danielle Hatfield is moving the outfield around. Right fielder can't be any more closer to the line than if he moved about 4 more steps. He's almost on the line. He listened to his catcher positioning him, and Bergen swings and fouls one at the plate and then to the backstop.
Of course, maybe the best news to come out of that discussion with Ryan yesterday was the fact that Cloud Sports Network is going to be at the Dallas Gay Softball World Series on Friday and Saturday. Yeah. Elimination Friday and Championship Saturday. That's the coverage we'll have for you. September 3rd.
There's a line drive into right field for a hit. Mark Herb comes around third. He will score, and on the play, Ron Frank heads to third. The ball is bobbled in the infield, and that will allow Bergen to reach second. Here's Luis Ortega. He tripled and scored in the first. He then hit a home run and scored in his second at-bat in the first. He's driven in 2. Kyle Irwin's pitch to him. That's hit into right center field for a base hit, so he is 3 for 3. That'll plate 2 as Ron Frank scores and Joe Bergen scores, and the ball again bobbled on the infield, and that will allow Ortega to reach second.
3 runs here so far in the third, just 1 out, unless my scorekeeping is off. Yeah, just the 1 out.
So Ortega is 1 double short of a cycle. That would be a single, double, triple home run. Cody Brown, the batter, the left fielder. He has walked twice and scored once. And he hits one to left field. It's hit rather well, going back on the ball and not catching up to it as a one hop to the fence. Ortega will score. Brown on his horse will head to third, and they will hold him there with a triple. Don Benavente went back on the ball, but the ball was hit too high and too deep, and so it one hop to the fence, and that allowed Ortega to score. 4 runs in the inning. It's 15-4. Randy Simmons takes a ball. He has singled and scored and hit a foul pop-up to the third baseman. And he hits this one fair down the line. It'll allow a run to score as Brown crosses the plate. Simmons will hold at first base with an RBI single. 5 runs in the inning. It's 16-4. The pitcher Andrew Bowman bats next. He has singled twice and scored. His team comfortably ahead right now. It's 16-4 here in the bottom of the third. And Bowman swings and hits one right for a base hit on the line, and it'll be a single. Other runner, that's Simmons, heads to third. It's first and third with 1 out. They know how to hit, and they know where to place him. Ronnie Burnham, the batter. He has singled and scored and fly to left center field.
Trying to rally the troops there are the GAYMIGO fans.
And the first pitch is a ball.
Almost 3 of them.
The next one. That's hit high into left field, shallow left field, coming on to make the catch. A nice catch out in left field by Don Benavente. However, on the play, Simmons tags up and scores. It's a 6-run inning so far for Norfolk. They now lead 17-4. Andrew Bowman held first. The batter will, the batter will be John Babb. And the first pitch to the captain is outside. Kyle Irwin trying to get out of this inning, throws to pitch to Babb, and he swings and hits a line drive, soft liner to the first baseman, and the inning is over. However, 6 runs do score for Norfolk here in the bottom of the third on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, and after 3, our new score is the Norfolk Gunners 17 and the Phoenix GAYMIGOS 4 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
This year, the Asana Softball World Series will take place August 16th through the 20th in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Join as an estimated 100 other teams comprised of cisgender women, trans men, non-binary, and agender athletes come together to compete in multiple divisions for the title of World Champion. Visit asanaseries.org for more information. Like them on Facebook, too, at Asana Softball World Series. And Cloud Sports Network will be there as well. Just so you know.
David Benavente to lead off here in the top of the fourth. Liner and hole in left field for a base hit, and that's how this inning will start. They need a lot more of those as they trail by 13. Cesar Sedano, the batter, the left center fielder, has singled. First pitch to Sedano. He fouls one to the screen behind home plate. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The pitcher Kyle Irwin will bat. first pitch to the pitcher from the pitcher. Pitcher versus pitcher, and the first pitch is a strike called, a ball and 2 strikes. And Andrew Bowman's pitch. Swung on and a grounder to second, fielded by the second baseman on a short for 1. Relay to first is not in time. So David Benavente is forced at second base, second to short for 6. And Kyle Irwin is safe at first on the fielder's choice. 2 out for Jose Villarreal. He singled in the second. And he gets another base hit, this one into center field. Irwin will stop at second base, and it's runners at first and second with 2 out. Danielle Hatfield popped to the first baseman. Home plate umpire Craig Harsha says we have 6 minutes left in the game. And the first pitch is a ball to Hatfield. The next one, she swings and hits a ground ball too short, fielded by the shortstop, flips to second, and the inning is over. Villarreal forced at second base, 6-4 in the putout. There were 2 hits, 2 hits and 1 hit in the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. If Norfolk scores twice, it's a run rule. They would need to have a lead of 15. They have a lead of 13 now as we go to the bottom of the 4th. It is Norfolk 17, Phoenix GAYMIGOS 4 here on the Cloud Sports Network. So in that inning, there was just the 1 hit for the Phoenix GAYMIGOS. 1 hit. Mark Herb will lead off here in the bottom of the 4th. We're inside of 6 minutes, probably inside of 5 minutes to play now. Herb has singled and scored twice. And the next pitch is a ball short. Look to me, 3 balls and a strike. And Irwin working quickly, throws outside, ball 4. Richard Chambers, the batter, has bounced back to the pitcher and fly to left center field. He is 0 for 2 this morning, or this afternoon, depending on where you are. First pitch to him, swung on and a slow roller bounced in front of the plate. It's fielded by Hatfield, the catcher, and she throws him out. 2-3 on the putout, and that's out number 2.
Good.
Mark Herb goes to second on that play. There's 1 out and 1 on. Top of the order, Ron Frank flied to left center field, reached on an error and had a base hit. He has scored twice today, and the first pitch to Ron is deep. 2 balls and a strike. And the next delivery is swung on and hit to third. Backhanded, nice stop there at third base on to first, and that's the out. That is a very nice play by the third baseman, Tony Barrera, to pick off Ron Frank. On the play, Mark Herb moves to third. We've seen some really fine fielding in our game so far this day. Joe Bergen, the batter, he has singled 3 times and he has scored 3 times. Doubled twice and singled and has scored all 3 times. He takes the pitch for a strike. And the next one, he swings and grounds one to the second baseman, and the inning is over. 4-3 on the putout. 1 hit and 1 left. We go to the top of the 5th. And our score remains the Norfolk GUNNERZ 17, the Phoenix GAYMIGOS 4, here on the Cloud Sports Network. So Norfolk with a comfortable lead, but you know, in gay softball and any softball, no lead is really ever safe. Craig will come over, Craig Harsha coming over to check the time and get a sip of water. Here in the top of the 5th inning, it'll be Torres, Ibarra, and Meza for the Phoenix GAYMIGOS, who scored 4 to start the game, but have not scored since. Torres has had 1 plate appearance, and he popped out to the first baseman in that plate appearance in the second inning. And he'll try to get a rally started for his team. They need a lot of runs. As time is running out, they'll get their full at-bat regardless. And there's a line drive up the middle and on, fielded by the second baseman. Tried to backhand, has no play, and Torres will get a base hit. Gucci Ibarra, the batter. He has popped to the second baseman, and he has popped to the shortstop. He is 0 for 2, and the first pitch to him. Swing and a slow roller in front of the plate down the first base line. There'll be no play. There's a throw made, but it's too late, and Ibarra beats it out for an infield single. Gino Meza, the batter. Singled and scored, and then hit one of those foul ball outs. Meza scored Phoenix's first run, and the first pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. One and two. Swung on, and there's a ground ball to the second baseman, to the shortstop, and he flips back to the second baseman for the out. Ball might have hit something out there, but it carried right to the shortstop, who made sure it didn't go to the outfield, and then flipped it back to the second baseman, who ran to cover his base. So the putout goes 4-6-4. Torres to third, Ibarra out at second base, and on first base is Meza on the fielder's choice. There's a base hit up the middle by Ryan Colson. Javier Torres will score. Gino Meza on the third base, and it'll be first and third with a run in. And it is 17-5. Don Benavente. And the first pitch. Swung on, and here's a ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop will flip to second for the out, on to first. Safe at first. Gino Meza scores. Colson out at second base. Time is run out, but they'll complete this half inning. And the batter is Tony Barrera. Tony Barrera today has doubled and scored and reached on the fielder's choice to the shortstop. He's got to keep this inning going in order for the game to continue. 2 runs have scored for Phoenix, but they still trail by 11. And that pitch is a strike, so we're 2 balls and 2 strikes. Don Benavente at first. Picked up an RBI on that fielder's choice. And here is the next delivery. It's inside. Ball 3, 3-2. Swung on, and here's a base hit to left field. The ball is bobbled in the outfield. Benavente gets to third. Benavente is coming around third to score. The ball is coming into the shortstop, and they'll hold Barrera at third. They're still fighting. 3 runs have scored at 17-7. David Benavente will be the batter. David today has singled and scored, and he has singled. So he's 2 for 2, and he takes a strike. There are 2 out in the inning. 3 runs have scored for Phoenix. And the next one is inside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the next one. Swung on, and that's it out into left field. Left fielder makes the catch, and that ends the ball game. But a nice one-handed grab by Cody Brown, and that ends the inning and ends the game. 3 runs do score for Phoenix. Final score here in our first game of the day on the Cloud Sports Network will be the Norfolk GUNNERZ 17 and the Phoenix GAYMIGOS 7.
Our next game will be the same Norfolk Gunners playing against the Basic Pitches out of Los Angeles. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with that game here in a moment.
There was another scorebook.